Hey guys, this is a podcast for adults, so if you're a kid, you should probably not listen to this, alright? Hey Derek, you gonna say something?
Boop.
Alright, start the episode. So, when Derek got here, he just, without, saying much, he just played that into the microphone when I had the earpiece in. So I just, stared at him when he played the entire thing, and I still fully don't understand why you did it.
I don't know why I have Betty Boop on the mind right now.
I mean, it's a good cartoon, I guess?
Bryce, say it. Do the line.
I don't know the
Boop,
line.
boop, be doop.
I have a towel with her on it, and I don't know, anything. Only thing I know
is
is...
it your towel?
Yeah.
Why do you have... Okay, I can see it was one of your people's towels.
I won something, got it. It was part of the package.
I
don't use it. It's
sure
very thin,
you don't.
Very low quality.
Sure you don't.
The only thing I know from Betty Boop is I saw clips of a cartoon when she went to hell, and she had to, dance for the devil. That's all I know.
Those cartoons, because those aren't Disney.
Yeah.
Those are really weird cartoons. Do you know Bendy and the Ink Machine?
Yeah.
That's somewhat based off of this, because Bendy represents, if you look at it, he's Bimbo, which I know nowadays is not a good word, but I believe it's called Bimbo. He's like a dog character.
Yeah.
And then he had Betty Boop show up, and then Betty Boop got really popular. So they're like, who the fuck this guy? And they just started doing Betty Boop cartoons.
Yeah.
And hence, if you play the game, that's kind of what happens. Because what's the angel's name?
I didn't play it, so I don't know.
I can't remember, but she somewhat gets popular and takes over and shit like that. But I have a stuffed animal of Bimbo for some reason.
It's very niche.
Yeah. The weird part is its eyes look over to the right, so it can't sit anywhere on the left side of the room because it just looks over like, what you doing? Hiya. And the worst part is, I put him in a closet, so every time I slide it open, I see his eyes before I see the rest of him. he's peeking around the door like, oh, you came in to see me. I'm like, no, I want to get this movie.
Well.
Yeah, exactly.
So, welcome to Did You Hear About This? It's a podcast about stories. I'm Bryce.
Are you sure this is about stories? I'm Derek, but are you sure?
Yeah, because you just told a story about your stuffed...
My demonic stuffed animal?
Yeah. This podcast about stories. We tell true stories, whether it's personal ones or ones throughout history. We're not reporters. We're not historians. Sometimes we get things wrong, and that's okay. Yeah, I don't... Betty Boop is one of those things where if you put it out today, I don't think it's going to go well.
It's not. It's more of a classic thing.
Yeah.
What old cartoons could you do? You obviously could redo Popeye. They did that with Robert Williams back in the day.
Yeah. Well, you do anything with Robert Williams.
Yeah, I know, but
wasn't there one Robin Williams movie that wasn't that good?
It's Popeye.
I guess you're right.
Well, technically, if you ask anybody, it's people didn't like What Dreams May Come, I think it's called, where he goes to hell.
Oh.
Have you seen that one?
No, I never heard of it till this very moment.
Oh yeah, he goes to hell and he has if I'm correct, I think it's a dog that talks to him and it takes him through the surface of hell. And there's a bit where, because it's like Dante's Inferno, so there's different sections.
Yeah.
There's one where people's faces are stuck in the ground and he has to try and walk over them, but they're really close, so he's bending his feet to get around them and shit. It looks really weird. It's a weird movie.
Sounds like it, yeah.
And I didn't think it did very well. What Dreams May Come, I think.
I don't know what dreams will come.
I don't remember because I didn't finish the movie, if I'm remembering correctly. It was one of those things where I was this isn't funny.
I'm not enjoying myself at all. Yeah,
exactly. I want a funny Robert Williams movie.
Have you ever walked out of a movie?
No, but I did fall asleep at one.
Which one?
That Jack Black movie, Shallow Hal. I went and saw that in theaters when I was younger.
Yeah.
And I was so tired, and I was just I fell out.
Were you tired from the movie or were you tired beforehand?
I was just tired in general.
Okay.
The worst part is, my family was there, and they were like, "It's fine. We spent like $8 to get you in here. Just let them sleep." I was like, "No." They woke me up during the credits. The credits were rolling. I'm like, well, I guess that was a good movie, eh?
Did you watch the movie after that? Do you know?
I have seen it on TV.
It's a very strange movie.
My favorite scene is the part where, because obviously, if you don't know the thing is, he gets hypnotized, right? And he sees everyone for their true beauty.
Yes.
And he dates a really big girl.
Yeah.
And he thinks she's a really skinny girl.
Yeah.
But my favorite scene is when she takes off her underwear and throws it, and it turns into the big underwear.
Yeah.
That's like the commercial for that movie. It's like, wait, how'd you do that?
It's, again, one of those movies you can't make nowadays.
No, but you probably could if you role reversaled it. I think that'd be funny.
Yeah.
Like a Nutty Professor type of deal where they had a
Nutty Professor, another movie can't. There's a lot of movies when you think about it.
Why can't you do Nutty Professor again?
You don't have to. Oh, it's pretty much Jekyll and Hyde when you think about it.
Depends on which one you're talking about. Because the second one,
the Nutty Professor is 100% just Jekyll and Hyde.
Is it?
Yeah,
I thought that was the second one when they when he splits his personality or whatever. I thought the first one was just him. Is it?
I thought the first one was when he splits it.
Oh, I thought it was the second one. I know there's two of them because one of them involves his family.
Yeah, whatever. I think the
weird.
second one was his family.
Okay.
I think the first one was when he split.
Okay.
That is 100% just Jekyll and Hyde, which is, yeah, it's fine.
You could do it, especially when you run it like a comedy.
Yeah.
And then that's not even the original Nutty Professor because there's one from like the 50s, isn't there? Where it's
and Jekyll and Hyde goes back to 72.
Back in the old days when sarsaparilla cost a nickel.
Okay, guys, I went to Disney for the first time with Derek. I didn't know what that reference was from. Everyone on the Carousel of Progress, he's quoting the Carousel of Progress just all the time.
I love the Carousel of Progress. It's the good old days.
We're in the middle of it, and I'm like, this is pretty cool. I look down at Derek, he's like in awe of this ride.
I'm
like
singing the song as the room turns around. The room, they don't turn, you turn.
Yeah.
That's how cool this is. It's an actual carousel.
Yeah.
Of progress.
What was great is when we started to turn. My Lord, when we first started to turn, a person came. One of the
over the intercom, I told people to sit down.
So, I didn't understand that we were about. So I went in. I had no idea what this ride was. I'm like, I guess we're gonna.
It's not even really a ride more than it's a showpiece.
I still didn't know. I didn't know like what was gonna happen. So I sat down. I'm like, okay, I guess it's a weird like audience thing. And I sit down in the third act. I looked around. I'm like, nobody's standing up in here. I was so confused, and I felt this move. I'm like, oh. There's more than just us in here.
Now imagine if you did that like on steroids, though.
Okay.
Like imagine.
Why would I be on steroids?
Not you. Like the stage. Like you could have it where it moves a whole lot faster for like maybe like an action scene or something like that. So it's like get to the next room and it just turns or like a race car thing. So the whole room turns so it feels like you're moving with it or something.
That's what Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift should have been.
Oh, yeah, that horrible fucking ride.
Anyways. Hey, Derek.
Hey.
Did you hear about this?
I imagine I haven't. I've been surprised before, though.
Have you heard about Franz Ferdinand's assassination?
The what?
Franz Ferdinand. The Archduke that got murdered that started the First World War.
The worst part is his name sounds familiar.
Yeah, there's a band.
Oh, okay.
There's a band that named after him.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry. The band is still alive.
Darn. We had our chance. We missed it back in insert World War I date here.
Well, June 28, 1914.
1914, everybody. Learn your history.
We're in Sarah. I'm going to mess up. I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to mess up just every name. If it's not Franz Ferdinand, I'm going to mess it up.
Franz Ferdinand.
There's two names I'm going to get right. That one and his wife's name, which is just Sophia.
Sophia Ferdinand.
Yeah. The rest is just my lord. So we're in Sarajevo, the capital of the province of Bosnia and Herzegovina.
I love your confidence. What y'all just didn't know was Bryce did like a head tweak. Like,
Did I say it right?
Close enough.
Or I have, okay, so I was writing this. I put little jokes in there.
Why?
Because in the moment, I'm like, this would be funny. So I put that. I'm like, or what I like to call them the place so important it has two names. It's Bosnia and Herzegovina.
I like the first one. It's less complicated.
That's the full name of it. It's called Bosnia and Herzegovina.
Just call it Bosnian.
Well, I put Bosnia and Herzegovina over everything because I thought it was funny.
All right, continue.
So the Austro-Hungarian rule controlled Bosnia. They're happy.
Yes.
Some people of them at Bosnia didn't like their rule. They didn't like so much they created a secret society called the Black Hand. With Franz Ferdinand supposing to visit Bosnia, the Black Hand devised a move. They had 6 of their conspirators placed along the routes that the car was taking, and each conspirator was armed, and if they saw an opportunity, they were going to kill Franz Ferdinand.
Armed with what?
It varied between each one.
And honestly, wait a second. Who thought of the Black Hand? Who was reading comic books and were like, that's a perfect name?
They named him. I don't know.
That's such a generic ass name.
Yeah.
Is it the left or the right hand? Why isn't the Black Hands? I don't get it.
See, it's like from Skyrim. It's like we know. It's red. It's black.
Never played Skyrim. I'm sorry. I'm a Fallout guy.
Sorry, you make references to freaking Betty Boop, but I can't.
Hey, I can talk Betty Boop. Remember that one time where she did hula dancing with Popeye?
I don't.
Oh,
I don't at all. So, when Franz Ferdinand arrived, him and his wife's car was a third car in a 6-car motorcade.
Okay.
When the motorcade passed the first assassin, he didn't really see an opportunity, so he just didn't do anything.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair for an assassination.
Yeah, you're like, there's 5 others after me.
Yeah.
It's fine. I'm going to go back to my sandwich.
That...
The second assassin.
My soup's getting cold.
Tastes like murder.
Yeah.
The second assassin, whose name was so complicated, I didn't even write it down.
Aww.
Whose name, I literally wrote, the assassin whose name I'm going to skip over because attempting that would offend every human imaginable.
You should have wrote it down so I could have tried it.
It's so bad. Hold on. I'll look it up.
Does it have like 3 Q's in it, a W and an S?
It's real, like, complicated. Give me...
See, Bryce, this is what happens when you don't think something will be funny. You're too busy writing jokes down next to the stories.
Okay, so...
Holy shit, you're turning the monitor.
Can you pronounce that?
Holy shit. Joko Kabratvic. Janoki Kabratvic is what, or better known as the Joke.
All right, talking about the Joke. When the motorcade approached him, he saw an opportunity.
Okay.
And he threw a grenade at the car.
That's pretty funny for the Joke. Yeah,
it's pretty funny, especially since he missed and hit the car behind him. And blew up that car behind him, only injuring the 2 that was inside.
Must have been a small grenade.
Yeah.
You would think if it blew up a car...
It damaged it. It didn't blow up.
Oh, okay.
It was also... Remember, this is 1914. The cars aren't like... gasoline powered yet.
Oh, okay.
They were, but
they're not as much.
Yeah,
they're not like action movies.
They're like, we went 2 blocks, time to refuel.
See, now did he say why too serious when he threw it?
He said it quietly to himself as he chucked it.
You just hear him laugh, like that Mark Hamill laugh, like.
Then he falls and cuts the side of his mouth, like oh.
The start of Batman Gaslight. That's a good comic. You should read it.
When Ferdinand reached the governor's residence he was going to, he shouted, "Is this how you greet your guests? With bombs?"
It's a fair question. Wouldn't you be concerned if the car behind you blew up?
I mean, slightly.
Now comes the question. Did the assassins know which car he was in? Or was it like... Because you said there were 6 of them.
Yes.
So was it like a way... Like I want to say it's like the military where if they have somebody important, they don't put them in the front or the back car. Because the front car will hit any like landmines.
Yes.
And the back car will protect anything from running up behind them.
Yes, exactly.
So is it like that? Or
it was the third car in the 6 cars.
Okay, so they knew it was the third car.
They didn't know, but they put him in the third car.
Okay.
Also,
so that's fair for the Joke. It's cool.
Remember, this was before World War I, World War II, any sort of like big assassination attempts. They had the people around him. The car was uncovered.
Oh, okay. I was like, so they could see him if they
Yeah.
if they looked hard enough.
Yeah, they could see him.
Which historians would like to note that humans have much poorer eye vision back in the day until the invention of the.
Yeah. I love those memes where it's like gravity was like discovered in like 18 whatever. It's like people then the year before like floating around.
They're like, their gravity exists. What? And they just plummet to the earth. They fall like a Looney Tunes character.
So back before like eyeglasses were invented, people were just like squinting a lot.
Honestly, I imagine that was a thing.
Yeah.
Before glasses took over, people just squinted. They're like, either that or it was like a survival of the fittest thing where it's like, well, it looks like you're useless, and they just pushed them aside at that point.
I feel like if you couldn't see and you didn't know you needed glasses, you're like, this is just how the world is. The world is blurry.
Yeah. You get used to it.
Yeah.
You get used to your environment. Like people who are colorblind, they just
before I got glasses, I got glasses when I was about 10. Mm-hmm. I didn't realize I needed glasses until I got put glasses. I'm like, whoa, you guys can see this all the time?
1440p, 4K resolutions.
And I'm like, you can see the leaves on trees from not 5 feet away?
I wear glasses too, even though I don't wear them as often to you.
Yeah.
I hated wearing glasses when I was younger. One of my worst stories is that I was wearing glasses at school, and they had these baskets full of books for like 100-book challenge, if you know what that is.
No, but continue.
Well, it's a thing where you had to read 100 books and you won something. Somebody threw one of those at my head, and it broke my glasses, and at that point I'm like, I don't want to wear these anymore, because it's obviously this. These are the reason why they got thrown at me. These are stupid.
When I was... After I got my glasses, I was taking a test, and I got glasses that were made to be, like, bendy. Mm-hmm. So, like, it won't break as easily. But in my mind, I'm like, I can bend it forever and it won't break.
And you snapped them, didn't you?
Yep. In the middle of a test, I was, like, playing with them and just snapped them straight in two. I'm like, I can't finish my test now.
You just hold one up next to your eye while you do the assignment with your other hand.
That happened. I'm like, I look down, I'm like, I just raised my hand.
Bryce, you used to play basketball, right?
Yeah.
Were you one of those guys who had the glasses with the straps? Like the athletic strap glass style?
I was told by my eye doctor at the time that I should do that. Mm-hmm. I didn't.
Oh, okay.
It didn't come to anything. Nothing happened because I quit basketball way before that. But
because I imagine I can see you wearing that. All right, back to the assassination one hand.
So, Derek, how do you greet your guests? With bombs?
We like to live a bang. That sentence didn't make any fucking sense.
Nope, didn't.
I like to start things off with a bang.
Ferdinand went on to give his scheduled speech that he's supposed to give at the town hall.
Okay.
Afterward, he was like, I feel bad for people that got hurt in the car because they're supposed to be for me, and so I'm going to go visit them in the hospital.
Okay.
Like a good person. Which that was the plan. Nobody told the drivers this. Mm-hmm. So, I want you to imagine this. I'm going to screw this name up again.
Yeah.
It's a new character.
Human being. This is a real story.
Yeah. There's a new character in this story of this real story.
Okay.
Garival Princip.
So, Mr. Del Toro.
Yes. You're 19 years old. You're an assassin working for the Black Hand.
Okay.
You've been armed with a pistol, and you were told to stay in your location on the routes of the Archduke.
Okay.
When your allies, royally fucked up the operation.
The guy missed the joke.
The joke missed the target and wrecked a different car. So, what do you do?
Well, depending on how determined you are to accomplish this, I guess you go through with it, but pistols weren't reliable back then, were they? Nope. They had lots of...
Well, this is heading towards World War I, so they're starting to get more reliable.
Yeah, but I imagine a small operation like this does not have the budget for the latest pistol. This is probably like an old, near the turn of the century, still runs on pressured gas pistols.
Yeah, he wasn't very confident.
Yeah, so I imagine. He's a 19-year-old.
So he just kind of gave up a little bit. So he was at a nearby cafe, knew where he was supposed to be. You just kind of figure out what he's going to do. And
he's just there for the Wi-Fi.
So you're sitting at this cafe, just figuring out, what am I going to do now? You see a motorcade of 5 cars.
Stroll up.
Start driving by, and you're like, they're still going? And you see him, Archduke Franz Ferdinand and his wife Sophia. They're arguing with the driver.
So now are they're still technically the third car in this 5-car operation.
Yes.
Now they're just in the middle.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you see they're arguing with the driver.
Mm-hmm.
And then the cars stop, they back up, and they turn down a side street.
Okay.
As soon as they turn, because you live in this time period.
You know where that street is.
The cars suck.
Mm-hmm.
The cars are terrible.
Mm-hmm.
They try to turn, they stall, all of them.
Mm-hmm.
All the cars stall. I keep making fun of me.
I'm sorry.
No, that's honestly.
You look you're trying to build me up for this story. That just took me out of it.
Sorry, man. So all the cars stall.
Okay.
So they stop right in the middle of the street.
Oh, no. The worst part is it's perfect because now they're sitting in one spot.
Yeah.
But as soon as you lay that shot down, all 4 other cars are going to turn to where that shot came from at that point. And they're going to beat the shit out of you.
Well, don't worry. You have a backup plan. Mm-hmm. You didn't plan on living through this.
Oh.
So you walk.
That's a fair plan.
You walk across the street to the stalled cars. You pull out your pistol and try to shoot Franz Ferdinand. Fuck, you missed. You shot Sophia in the chest.
Oh, shit. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's a...
And you're like, well, I'm a couple more shots. So you shoot Franz Ferdinand in the neck. Mm-hmm. There we go.
Where in the, does it say?
It's like, I think it's along on the side. So it was an instant kill, but
okay,
it was...
good. It was enough that before World War II medicine...
Yes.
It most definitely wasn't a good thing to have.
After you shoot Franz Ferdinand, there you go. You try to turn the gun on yourself, but you're tackled before you can pull the trigger. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, I'm going to once you picture yourself as Archduke Franz Ferdinand, you and your wife were just shot. You know it's fatal. You lean over your wife, and you yell, "Don't die. Stay alive for the children." You know, because she has a choice at this point.
Mm-hmm. I don't want to be responsible for this shit. I'll die. You go back home. Bring me a sandwich every day.
Yeah, because, it's her responsibility to stay alive, right? While you feel yourself getting weak, your count grabs you by your collar, and he asks, "Is your Imperial Highness suffering very badly? You think this is a weird time to be so formal." These are direct quotes. These are direct quotes, by the way. This is so weird of what they're saying to each other for me.
Well, I guess he's trying to be proper.
Yeah,
he's still the Duke.
He just got shot in the throat.
That doesn't mean you have to be like, "Yo, you okay?"
Yo, homie.
Yeah.
You don't look so good. You got blood everywhere. So,
let me call that 911 for you.
So, how do you tell him that both you and your wife will die soon if you don't get help?
How do you tell them that? Honestly, by that point,
because it's not in that place where you got shot, not in a place where it won't affect your speaking.
Okay.
But you can feel your body weakening. You see your wife's all the colors going out of her face.
I don't know. What does he say?
You're right. He says it's nothing.
Oh, really? He doesn't say anything?
He says it's nothing.
It's nothing. He still has got to stay face.
Yeah.
He's a tough guy even at the end.
Yeah, they obviously they try to take both of them to get medical services, but they die on the way.
Yeah, of course.
So
this is 1914.
So
people die from paper cuts back then.
So he got shot, and he's like, "I'm fine. It's good. She's fine. Don't worry. Don't look at her."
They weekend at Bernie's her. See, look, she's okay.
So I love this story so much because I'm just this. The assassin's guess the job's done. I guess we failed. And he just sees him, and they just got stopped right in front of him. Oh shit! I guess I'm okay to do my job then.
He's like those cult guys from the Mad Max movie. Mm-hmm. He's like, fine, I kill him, I kill myself, I come back. It works that way, right?
Oh god! So that's all I have for Franz Ferdinand assassination.
It started World War I.
Which led to sanctions on Germany, which led to World War II, which led to us bombing Japan, which led to sanctions on censorship there, which led to people making anime, which led to people think, oh, we can make this into porn, which make them into hentai.
Yep. That went a long stretch. I was not prepared for this stretch. Was that one of the jokes you wrote down, or was that off the cuff?
That was off the cuff.
Wow.
Because I just know that fact. Because it's a slippery slope that led to hentai.
Yeah,
So
we would have got there eventually.
So remember, Derek, you were the guy that shot Franz Ferdinand. You caused hentai.
What's this gentleman's name again?
Oh,
if
God,
you can
don't make me
pronounce
do
it,
this.
please pronounce it right. Oh, okay. Gavrilo Princip.
He was 19 years old when it happened.
No wonder 19-year-olds love hentai. That worked. Remember when you were 19?
Totally. I was super into hentai.
There you go.
Totally.
I love formal chickens. They're very professional. They get their work done on time. They're reliable. They have sources. They show their work.
Hey, man. Do you want to go into Florida Man real quick?
Sure. If you have to participate, you can't.
I know. I just want to
die
end the
on
subject
me
right now.
I can talk to your dad, but I can treat you like what's her face and prop you up.
I am Sophia.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, hit us.
Bryce,
with...
if whoever dies first, can we turn them into a mannequin? Like if I die first, can you turn me into a mannequin and use me to talk?
No, man. I'm gonna get you stuff and put you in the corner of every room that I'm in.
Wait, like there'll be multiple of me, or you'll just move me every time?
I'll move you around.
You're gonna be fucking buff by the end of that.
Yeah.
I ain't light.
Well, the stuff they're gonna take everything out.
Yeah, I know, but don't you gotta put you don't put pipe cleaners in a human. You have to put like bars in me to keep me still.
Well, it's gonna be lighter than you are now.
You think
you
bars are pretty heavy?
Well, it's like
don't buy no cheap bars to hold me up.
I'm thinking I'm not cheap bars, but like they make like lightweight, strong ones. Titanium.
You're not gonna waste that much money on me.
Hey man,
I'm gonna put together a pipe cleaner and fucking stuffing.
I made a paper mache, man.
I'm gonna be like that one guy they found in the fucking fun house. Anyways,
all right, let's do some Florida Man.
Florida Man, which we're still doing the game.
Yeah.
You haven't got 100% right.
I think I'm positive at this point.
You are positive.
I think I'm up one.
Yep, you're 3 of 4.
Yeah.
And in case everyone doesn't know what this is, I find 4 Florida Man stories, and I make up 4 stories, and I have you figure out which one is the real one.
I have as of this point, a positive record on this.
Yes, you have gone up.
I think the last time we played, we were doing. I'm saying I'm up 1 or down 1. Mm-hmm. I think I'm up 1.
You are up 1.
I'm plus 1, I believe. I might be wrong.
Let's
I know
see
I'm
if
positive.
let's see if you go down 1.
Okay, hit me with it.
All right, we'll go with the first one. Man arrested after whipping out samurai sword in trash dispute.
Okay.
First story. Man steals supermarket delivery truck.
Okay. See, between those two.
Yep.
The second one seems more plausible.
Yep.
First one seems more Florida.
In Florida, nothing is plausible.
See, as soon as you said that, I'm like, yeah, I could have it down the street. I could see that happening. Like, I could watch that happen.
But that means first you have to, own a samurai sword.
Which, like,
be willing to go and get, and be willing to use over trash.
I believe, okay. Do you have any details on these? Or can I start making up stories for them?
You can make up stories for them. I can give you details as well.
I think, to get my chances better, I'm going to have you tell me some details.
All right. Well, obviously, the trash, they were fighting over a wheelbarrow.
Okay.
Apparently, a lady was throwing away a wheelbarrow.
Okay.
One gentleman wanted it. The other gentleman wanted it. The one guy said he had it first. The guy was like, oh, you think that's right, eh? Walked into his house. Got a samurai sword.
See, I thought, like, for a moment, this would be, like...
Hobos?
No, it's more like a actual, like, don't throw away your garbage in my stuff dispute. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't... Like, you say, don't throw away your wheelbarrow in my trash.
Oh, no. They wanted the wheelbarrow. These people fighting over a wheelbarrow.
Yeah, wheelbarrows are kind of hard to find. I haven't seen one in a store ever.
You go to the gardening section. They have wheelbarrows. I can go buy 3 wheelbarrows right now.
You can buy those? I thought they were for use in store only.
I would love, Bryce, can we go to a grocery store, enter through the gardening section of Walmart, and use the wheelbarrow as our grocery cart?
You just come to the front with a wheelbarrow full of milk.
Yeah, exactly. But like, I couldn't find a grocery cart in this place. I thought this was.
It's like turn around and they point to the grocery cart. It's like, I went through that door. You point like of emergency exit door.
All right, now the second story. This one's easier. It was a local produce place.
Yeah.
There's like a small grocery store. So it was not like a chain like a Walmart or anything like that. And they had the delivery truck show up with their produce and stuff like that. And they left the keys in it.
Smart.
It wasn't turned on. The gentleman walked up, turned it on, and drove away with the door still open while they were moving stuff like pallets out of it.
I mean,
this is about like, I think they said it was early morning, so probably like 3 or 4 o'clock before the store opens.
I mean, they're asking for it. If it's 3, 4 o'clock in the morning in Florida, and you're gonna leave your keys in your car.
Dude, I've seen people leave their windows down in Florida. I've seen people not lock their bikes up and walk away for hours in Florida. It's weird down here.
Yeah, I'm from rural Ohio.
People steal shit.
Yeah, just people. You cannot see a house for miles sometimes. I still lock my car. I don't see if you're in the middle of like a big city, because Florida has some country areas, but for the most part, we're known for their huge cities.
Yeah, those are a tourist trap.
Yeah, and you lock everything. We're in my house right now. My front door is locked.
Not to be rude, as soon as you said that, I wanted to look over to my because the door is over my shoulder. So if something comes in here, you're gonna see it first.
Yeah.
I might see it depending on if it hits me or not.
Yeah. See, you're going to look at my bedroom door, which doesn't have a lock. Well, it does have a lock, but it's not even shut right now.
I'll say it's not even shut.
Yeah. So
you're kind of freaking me out now.
My apartment's locked.
Are the windows locked?
Yes.
Is the back door locked?
Yes, we don't open that door. We have there's 2 doors, both of them are locked.
I'm trying to make this like Scream where he calls for the phone.
You're like, check the bathroom.
Yeah, exactly.
You go in the bathroom, he locks you in the bathroom. Damn it. Anyways,
so
I want to believe the first one's true. I want to, with all my heart and soul.
That's a final answer.
No.
Oh, well.
I'm very, very indecisive. I'm going to go safe bet. I'm going to go with the second one.
Is that your final answer?
As the true one is the second one, yes. That man, for a fact, stole a truck.
I would like to note that this story is true.
Yes.
But
what?
It is not the true Florida man story. That happened at my father's store back in the day.
You cheating little piece of garbage. You have to make these up.
I did. I made it up for Florida. It didn't happen in Florida. It happened in Maryland.
Okay, I'm so mad. I'm so mad at you right now, because we did that story, like mini story, like a couple episodes ago, where we pulled that thing from a not from Florida because I wanted to show you it. The bear playing the piano. I'm like, you could have used that. And I'm like, yeah, I know that happened, but it wasn't in Florida, so it doesn't count.
It doesn't count. It's not the Florida story. So you do not win.
I hate you so much.
The best part about it, though, is Bryce, if I can find it later, there's a video of these guys fighting over the wheelbarrow. And there's a bit where you see them both, like, yanking on it.
Yeah.
And then the guy just walk away in a huff. Then it does, like, a cut. Because it obviously has to go to his house and then come back with a samurai sword. He swings it, but to the point that the sword bit is no longer the issue. It's just the butt of the sword. It's like, if you're going to use a sword, use it correctly. You got to chop some people with this thing. And the worst part is at the end, the lady was like, you know what, this is crazy. I'm just going to take this to the dump where I was going.
Yeah.
Y'all can fight for it there. So she took it away. She let a man attack a man with a sword, and he didn't even get to keep the wheelbarrow. Are you upset?
I like the stories, but I hate you.
But yeah, apparently back at my father's old grocery store, because he used to do night work.
I'm sorry, Derek. That's not Florida. I don't care.
You don't care? Oh, well, fuck you then, eh?
I'm so mad. I'm so cheating.
It's not a cheating.
Yeah, it is cheating.
No, it's not. That's
it's
not
just
cheating.
One's always supposed to be fake.
Yeah, it is. It is a fake story for Florida.
Oh, God.
Don't argue with me. You know I can argue all damn day. All right, you want the next one?
Do it. Please. Before we even start, at least one of them fake?
Yeah.
Okay.
All the stories I make up that are fake are fake.
I gotta hate you.
Squirrel attacks man over nuts.
Did you just expect me not to laugh at that?
I honestly, I thought it was one of those things where it's like, it's so simple, but it still make you laugh. Because I read the headline, I'm like, that doesn't seem very Florida-ish.
Hey, man, give me your nuts.
But yeah, when I saw the headline, I'm like, that's not very Florida. So then I had to read it. I'll get to that later. Here's the next one. Man arrested in turtle trafficking ring.
Fucking what?
Yep.
Okay, I want details on that one first. Is it big or small turtles?
They were big turtles.
Okay, now it makes sense.
But I say, you know those ones that they always freak out about on the beach where they like put the little sticks in the sand so they can get out and crawl out to the ocean?
Yeah.
It was those. He apparently was digging those up and taking those.
Oh, he took like the baby ones?
Yeah, the baby little turtles.
Oh, that's messed up.
Yeah.
I wish that one's fake.
I just wish. You have to guess.
I'm not going to guess yet. I just wish that one's fake.
But yeah. But I say, apparently he went down on the beach. He started digging up this little turtles.
What? Is he planning like selling them?
Apparently, yes. If I'm remembering correctly, it's something where he was like giving them to somebody or something. They were using them for something.
Please don't make it soup.
I've never had turtle soup, but it's one of those things where I always look at my pet turtle and I go, one day.
You look at your pet turtle. This is a warning.
Yeah, exactly. This bigger tank isn't for you. It's for the soup.
I want a lot of soup.
It's a 60-gallon tank.
I'm going to make you watch. You'll be the last one.
All right. And the first story is actually just a really simple story.
Yeah.
It's because I found a whole bunch of them were videos. The samurai guy. It's just the guy where a squirrel comes up and he gets attacked because he's eating food there.
Okay.
and it's just...
It's not as funny as I was hoping.
It's not as funny. But it's just one of those things where if you watch it, you ever see those videos where the goose attacks the guy with the briefcase?
Yes.
It's kind of like that, but it's a man with a bag of peanuts.
I have my decision quickly on this one.
Are you sure?
Because I hinted at I want one to be fake, so I'm gonna guess it's fake.
Okay.
I think that squirrel really wanted some nuts.
I'm sorry, Bryce, but you have lost again.
Are you kidding me?
There was a dude.
I'm not mad at you anymore.
You're mad at the guy with the turtles.
Yes.
Yeah, apparently.
That's terrible.
Apparently, no, the worst part is I had to cut the sentence because the whole thing I wrote down was, man arrested in turtle trafficking ring, this climate wild turtle population, if I say that word correctly. In other words, he fucked the population up for the turtles that much. Because apparently he's been doing it for a while.
Oh my god. See, it might be like a political statement right here. Death penalty isn't always needed to just make them suffer for the rest of their lives. Fuck that guy. I'll bring back the firing squad for that guy.
You know somebody requested that once before, like in recent history.
Yeah.
Like they were afraid of lethal injections. They're like, can I get the firing squad? And they did.
Didn't we talk about that?
We might have.
Are we starting to forget the stories that we did?
Bryce, I forget the stories after you say them.
True.
The only stories that I remember involve the jokes that I make.
Yeah.
And I don't remember what stories they come from.
Or are there stories that you know ahead of time?
That too.
Yeah, next one.
So, yep, you're up for the next one. You're 0-2.
I'm 0-2. Okay, first of all, 0-2 asterisks?
No, there's no asterisks. It's not a Florida story. It is a fake Florida story. It is a real Maryland story.
I hate you. Podcast is over.
Yeah, we're done.
that one thing.
This one just cuts abruptly.
Go for it.
All right, you ready?
Yep.
Man robs gas station in inflatable dinosaur outfit. You know those little inflatable dinosaur outfits?
I want to buy one, but yeah.
We can buy one. You want to buy one?
And rob a store?
Well, I don't want to rob a store. There was a bank that got robbed earlier this morning. I drove by it. There was like 15 police cars in it.
Well, you guys always do the cool stuff. I haven't seen anything. I've been here for 5 years. I've seen nothing cool in Florida.
You seen me? I'm pretty cool.
All right, don't get ahead of yourself.
Aww.
I saw a brush fire. That's the closest I got.
Really?
Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah. Anyways.
Right. The story you're going to be comparing it to.
I wish that first one was true, but continue.
Sorry, what were you about to say?
I wish that first one is true, but continue.
All right. Man tries to rob store to prove to his mother he's independent. So we got an inflatable dinosaur and a boy who's trying to be a man.
And a mama's boy.
A mama's boy who's like, I don't want to be a mama's boy.
So it's mama's boy and dinosaur boy.
Yeah, exactly.
See, the thing is,
is the Dino Express.
I feel like this is the same story as each other.
Oh,
I'm a real man. I'm just supposed to dinosaur and rob his place.
Oh, you're like the dad from Step Brothers. I always wanted to be a dinosaur when I grew up. Do you remember that? Have you seen Step Brothers?
I have seen Step Brothers. I don't remember that part.
There's a bit where at the end where they're playing the drums, and he goes up. He tries to give his son a pep talk. He goes, I always wanted to be a dinosaur when I grew up. And the guys look up. But did you know, Dad, you couldn't be a dinosaur? And later at the end, you know, when everybody's happy and they're celebrating, he's over there doing like little T-Rex arms and making noises. It's so stupid.
I'm surprised I don't remember that joke because that's right up my alley.
It's the dumbest fucking thing. We're gonna watch Step Brothers later then.
All right. We have so many plans.
Yes, we do. We have a lot of plans.
I think...
Would you be pissed off if I did that? If I took a story, but only took the weird parts from both of them and split them down the middle? Technically, you would win half a point at that point.
All right. If you can do like a fun one at the end and do that one, I'm cool with it.
Okay.
I'm super competitive when it comes to this dumb game. So I think I'm going to go with the second one being true.
Which was?
The Mama's Boy.
You think that one's true?
Yeah, because I believe you don't rob a store unless you have like a really good reason to, and that dinosaur guy has a lot going on in his life.
That's true. And you'd be correct. Ooh. Because why would a dinosaur with little arms, how would he rob the place in the first place? You were right, the Mama's Boy robbed the store. Didn't get very far. He got to the counter.
I feel like that's where most of the robberies take place.
Yeah,
yes.
but I mean, like, he didn't get very far after that. He kind of got stuck in the store.
Oh, nice. Yeah, if you have one of those dinosaur suits, you have, like, life made, so you're cool. You don't need to rob a store.
The worst part is if you're robbing a store, how are you robbing it? Because your arms are inside.
You can control the hands, can't they?
Yeah, but who's going to take that seriously?
Points at myself. He's got a gun, my dude.
He's very intense. I didn't even say he had a gun. That's the worst part. It was pure adrenaline and rage.
He comes up and just starts hitting with the head.
Yeah, exactly.
So overall, if we're going with me starting this episode up 1, I'm now at 0.
You are at 0.
Okay, this last one's
1 out of 3. We have 1 more to go.
I have to get this one right.
All right, you ready?
Yep.
Man arrested for DUI on Segway.
Okay.
All right. Man jumps off roof with umbrella. They both sound really fucking real.
That one really got me.
Why? He's just Mary Poppins at that point.
This hit me on like a personal level because I'm going to tell a story about my cousin.
Did he jump off a roof with an umbrella?
She believed.
Oh, sorry.
When we were younger, that she could take a like Walmart plastic bag and hold it above her head and jump off the couch and she'll float down.
I did that too, just so you know.
And shockingly enough,
it doesn't work.
Doesn't work.
No.
Oh, shocking.
You need a couple I wonder how people do that with like balloons. Where wasn't there a test of a guy who had like balloons on his chair to see if he could fly away?
Up?
Yeah. No, it's not up. You fucking idiot. Like, he made, like, a lawn chair. I think you told me about this.
Yeah, like a story in the future, man. You calm down.
Oh, well, sorry. But following that...
Yeah, that's another hint in another episode.
How many plastic bags would you need to create a legitimate parachute?
A lot.
I'm going within the thousands.
I feel like the Mythbusters might have done that.
Really?
It seems like a thing Mythbusters would have done.
Oh,
for sure. I'm going to go with the drunk segue because the second one's just too stupid for me, and I feel like I want to have faith in humanity.
All right, so you're saying you're going with the first one.
Yeah, somebody got a DUI on a Segway because that makes sense.
And you're saying it's the first one because the second one is so incredibly stupid that no one would ever do that. Are you saying that?
Okay, you're building it up.
Are you saying that somebody jumping off a roof is the dumbest thing you've ever heard in your life?
No.
I've
talked to you many times.
That's true. But you're saying that if you saw somebody who jumped off a roof of an umbrella, you'd be like, I wouldn't trust them with very important positions.
You're telling me this is the President of the United States?
No.
I think I could see them both happening. Mm-hmm. I think the Segway is more likely to happen because it seems like because people got DUIs on lawnmowers before.
All right, hey Bryce, I'm gonna give you a hint.
You don't no hints.
No hints?
No hints. The first one is real.
They are both real.
What?
They're both real. But the first one is the Florida man story. So you were 2 out of 4, so you were back to 50. The second one with the man jumping off the roof is real because my father did that in his younger days after watching Mary Poppins. That's why I wanted you to insult whoever did this, just so when he listens to this, he hates you after it. I couldn't get you to say anything.
I've met him.
Yes, you have. You know he doesn't look like the type of person to do that. But this is a man who's been around for a couple of decades now. And this was not in his later decades. These were in his earlier ones.
I would assume so.
Hopefully.
Because A, Mary Poppins has been out for a bit.
Yeah.
B, I can't imagine him doing that now. That same guy who goes to the fast food restaurants going, those chicken sandwich things.
That was the guy who jumped off the roof of an umbrella.
Do you think
you think it was connected? Yeah, most definitely. I got no challenge to that.
Oh God, you're killing me. I wasn't ready. That's
right. I'm gonna because I've been talking with him more. Yeah. I'm gonna start putting stories that he tells me in here, and just seeing if you can guess them. So all these stories might end up being all true at one point. You just have to guess the Florida.
We should do a special
where you just talk to him.
We talk to him, have him tell stories, or we can just have come in with only personal stories. Because I think I could talk to my dad and get some stories because he's done some crazy things.
I don't know about your dad, but mine, we will be here for hours.
All right, let's make that an episode.
Okay. I'm getting to the point now where because we talk so much. Yeah. We're getting to the thing where he'll tell me a story. I'm like, I heard that one. And he'll be like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I love that so much because there's it's like watching a comedy act. When you ever watch a comedy special, but you're like, I like that one joke, so I'm gonna go back and re-listen to it. It's like that, tell the one about this. And they'll go and be like, oh, you're talking about from back in 1983 or some shit like that. And they'll be like, yeah, that one.
I just want to look, next time I see your dad, I'm looking dead in the eyes. So did you fly?
I can tell you didn't fucking fly. He made that story really fucking pure. He didn't go nowhere except down. That was a fucking express elevator.
Man. That was the last one?
That was the last one. So you're 2 out of 4.
So I'm back up at +1.
No, I think that's breaking even, aren't you?
Well, I started out +1.
Yeah.
So breaking even would keep me at 1.
Okay.
So
you're still at 1 then.
Yeah. I do have some great news and some bad news. Great news is that we're going to do some police blotter, and we haven't done that in forever, and I love those.
That's been episodes on top of episodes on top of episodes on top of episodes on top of episodes on top of...
It was a while ago.
It's been a while.
But
Bryce really loves this segment.
It's one of my favorite things. We don't get to do them very often.
We don't do them ever because Bryce loves them, and I don't like doing things Bryce loves.
So we're just going to do 2. Nothing too major. They're both assaults. These are... So, context.
I like how you said that that was your pitch.
So
we're gonna do them. They're on assaults.
So context.
Just so everybody knows.
We're doing police blotter, which is when anyone calls 911, they have to record every phone call. And they have to have records of every phone call.
Yep.
Mercury News have over several years collected the funniest ones they could find.
And Mercury News is not in Florida. That's in
California.
That's in California.
So we're not in Florida for this one. Which is
but I can't do stories about stuff that didn't happen in Florida.
I'm prefacing this is not Florida. These happened in California.
Okay.
These are from 2012.
Okay.
I'm just going to do 2, but these ones are pretty fantastic.
2012, when the day the Earth stood still.
Yes.
And then the day after tomorrow came.
And then nothing really changed.
And then War of the Worlds happened. And then...
You done?
I'm trying to think of disaster movies.
So
disaster, write it out.
So we're gonna do 2 police blotters.
Right.
These are the funniest ones they could find from assaults from 2012.
How do you pitch that? These are our funniest ones from assaults.
So they have.
There better be somebody being hit with a salt shaker in this.
They have them as classified in each one, so they organized it a bit.
Yeah.
Instead of just having a long list of everything.
Okay.
So they classify what they were. Like there's one that's animals, one that's noises, this one's assaults. You ready?
Yep.
So March 23rd, 2012.
February, March. When was the Earth supposed to end in 2012? Was it like later 2012 or was it early 2012?
I think it was June. I don't know.
Okay, so the world hasn't ended yet.
No. A person reported being kicked by a man wearing a cowboy hat and calling himself sheriff. I'm the sheriff.
I'm the
and
sheriff.
He just kicks him.
I run this town.
Just get out of Redwood City. That's what happened.
That's where it happened. I just love that.
Welcome
break.
to Redwood City. I'm the sheriff, and he kicks him.
Were they big cowboy boots or?
And remember, it's all this one sentence in most of these, so it just gives no information,
No context,
and you think about what led to the point. I'm going to call the police on this sheriff that's kicking me.
It's probably, I'll say, yeah, it's more on the kick than it is.
Yeah.
The worst part, it can't be kicking that hard if you can call somebody.
You probably kicked him and then like ran away in like a fight or whatever.
I'm the sheriff. Kick. He just runs away.
He's really small. He's a gigantic
Yeah.
cowboy hat is like flopping around on his
It's
head.
a dwarf.
Oh my gosh.
You know they're having dwarf wrestling
Yeah.
tomorrow?
I didn't know they're having it tomorrow. I know
I think if it's not tomorrow, it's next Saturday.
they should have it all the time. It's fantastic.
They used to
love
have
wrestling.
They used to have it up north. There used to be an outside like mall that I used to go to, and they would rent out like an intersection of the mall and just have a ring there and have this is back, this is up in Maryland.
Yeah.
We don't really have sensitivity.
Nope.
They were midget wrestlers.
Nice.
And they were proud to be midget wrestlers.
I mean, you gotta be proud of whatever you do, right?
The only thing I can remember from that show is because they've had it a couple of times. I would always eat at the same restaurant because it was right at ringside.
Yeah.
So I could eat and look out the window and watch wrestling. The only thing I can remember is they had one time, they had a lady with a rolling pin, like an old granny lady with the rollers in her hair. She ran around the ring with a rolling pin.
Nice.
And she was supposed to give it to one of the wrestlers, but she didn't know that she didn't know that was her cue. So she just ran around the ring with it and then ran out. And we're like, bye. Granny. Thanks for coming.
Ever since she got dementia, it just went really downhill.
Yeah, literally. And so we knew some of the guys who were like the promoters for it, and we just look over at him, and he's like, "Give him the rolling," like he's freaking out. So, anyways, we now have in my head, there's a little guy, in cowboy boots, but they're not made to size. They're still normal cowboy boots, so they're kind of big. They're on his knees.
So his cowboy boots and his hat are normal, like huge on him.
It's Yosemite Sam.
Yes.
Except with way too big boots and too big of a hat. It's one of those big novelty foam cowboy hats.
I'm the sheriff. And he kicks
him and runs away. He goes back into his pot of gold where he flies around on a rainbow and gets away.
All right.
You liking these short people jokes?
You ready for the second one?
No, I want to talk more about this.
This one's actually relevant because it happened on November 27th, 2012.
We're off by 2 days, but okay.
Well, in 2012, November 27th was Thanksgiving.
Oh, okay.
So in Campbell.
Wait, where?
Campbell. Campbell.
Campbell. Okay.
Is it Campbell?
I don't know. I can't fucking see it.
It's Camp Bell is one word.
Okay.
Is it Campbell? Like the soup?
No, because Campbell doesn't have a P in it. So I go with Camp Bell.
Okay.
Like a camp.
Well, either way, a person was hit in the face with a bag of hot dogs on Thanksgiving.
The worst part is I'm used to like packs of hot dogs. You know, they come in like things 6 and 8.
It's a big old bag.
But it's like one of those like big bulk from like Sam's Club.
I'm not just like I'm picturing just like a Walmart bag with a couple hot dogs in it.
Oh, okay. No, okay. Here's what I imagine. I imagine like a big bulk thing of hot dogs, like one of those 64 pack ones that they're shitty hot dogs. But you can buy them in large amounts.
Yeah.
You ever see Jackass where they hit him with the fish? And the fish like slides.
Yeah.
I imagine that, but on impact, the other side of the bag opens and all the wieners just start coming out on the other side, like around his face. He's got like hot dog grease and shit all over him.
Ah, man.
Bryce, what would you do if you got hit with a bag of hot dogs?
Call the police.
Now but you gotta wonder now. Because it doesn't signify if these are cooked hot dogs or not.
It just says hot dogs.
Bags of hot dogs. These might be cooked hot dogs. The guy wanted to use soap in a sock and he couldn't find any. So he's like, fuck it. Hot dogs in a bag. They're the same thing.
I'm like, they're pretty well cooked, so they're pretty hard.
Exactly. They're well done. They've been on the grill for a while.
Yeah.
Who the fuck's making hot dogs for Thanksgiving?
Hey, man, don't judge.
Honestly, I made a pizza for Thanksgiving, so I have no room.
I had a gross sandwich. I'm not going to go into too much detail because I'm ashamed that I ate it.
The worst part is you're in here by yourself. Everyone else is gone places.
I wasn't here.
You weren't here?
I was at work.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, you got stuck at work, bitch. I didn't go to work.
Yeah.
I had off that day. I ain't trying to get in trouble for that shit.
All right, so...
No, my luck would be the people who actually listen to this shit are our bosses be like, so you didn't come into work today, eh?
On that note, let's start wrapping things up before we get ourselves in trouble.
We're already in trouble. We're the DYHAT podcast. We are trouble. It's in the middle of our name. It's Die in Trouble Hat Podcast.
I wasn't ready.
Why? It wasn't even a good joke.
It was the fact it was so. See, you know that dumb things get me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god,
that's why you hang out with me. I got you, Bryce.
You know what's not dumb? Young Walnut, because he's super cool and he lets us use his music for intros and outros.
Yeah.
So shout out to him. He's on YouTube and SoundCloud. You can find him there. Listen to his music. A lot of it's memey, but it's actually a lot of it's really good too. So it's like a weird combination. It's always fantastic.
I don't know why when you said Mimi, I thought of Beaker from the Muppets. Like, Mimi.
Yeah. It's a bunch of that. Also, if you guys want to follow us on Twitter, we're at DYHAT Podcast. It's DYHAT Podcast. We tweet about the show every single week that it comes out. We also tweet memes and tweet at Zac Efron because he is life. You can also email at us at diehatpodcast@gmail.com. If you have any stories you want us to cover, you can also tweet at us those. You have anything else before we go into the last one?
You know, my family listens to this.
Yeah.
And they got to the point where they've asked me, what's the deal with you, Bryce, and Zac Efron? Why are you doing that? And I'm like, it's funny.
He's the unofficial third member of the DYHAT Podcast.
Yes. We're gonna make T-shirts. It's gonna be me and you on the right and left side of Zac Efron. Like, it's gonna be like one of those cartoon characters you can get from like the mall and shit.
So I'm gonna Photoshop just a picture of me and you and Zac Efron together.
Can it be like us, like in the? No, you gotta Photoshop us onto like the bodies of like the Rat Pack from back like, in like the '60s. So we're like in a bar wearing tuxedos. Like, ha! But I'm not Sammy. I want to be Frank Sinatra.
Okay, cool.
You can be Sammy Davis Jr.
Okay.
He can be Dean Martin. Zac Efron's most definitely a Dean Martin.
Yeah, definitely. So I think it's official that whenever we decide to end this, the last episode has to be with Zac Efron. Once we have Zac Efron, we're done.
I don't want to do that now. Honestly, I don't know why, because it seems like one of those things, like if I agree to it, he's going to pop up like 2 weeks from now, and I'll be like, shit.
Hey guys, tweet at Zac Efron and see if we can get him on here.
There'll be like 3 random motherfuckers. Hey, Zac. He's not even going to see the message. It's going to be under all the other like fangirls who want to see him.
It's mine and your personal Twitters, and then also the official Twitter.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. Hey, Zac. Hey, Zac. Hey, Zac.
So,
what are you doing, Zac?
You look so good eating that sandwich. How do I know he's eating a sandwich? I don't know.
Did you lock your back door?
I did.
Just sneak into Zac Efron's place.
Do you want an umbrella? We can go under your roof and we just...
and jump off it. I'm like, what connection are you trying to make?
Hey, Derek, did you hear about this? Did you hear about Roman Emperor Kaluga?
Kaluga.
So it's Caligula.
Okay.
He was only the emperor for a short amount of time, about 6 months.
But
in that time, he did some fantastic things.
Is it the reason why he only ran for 6 months?
Yeah.
Okay.
During his term, he declared himself as a god.
So he's from North Korea?
No, a lot of Roman emperors are like that, just emperors in general.
Okay.
To prove that of his power, he decided, I'm a god. I should fight a god.
Okay.
So he declared war on Poseidon. And he ordered his troops to march to the beach and stab the water.
Now, did they believe in Poseidon back then?
Yes.
Okay.
So he was like, I'm a god.
Fuck you, Poseidon. That's like
Stab the water! And you start stabbing the water.
The worst part is that logic. That's like when you go, I could beat anybody in the Justice League. Bring it on. Aquaman. It's like you pick the lowest bar character.
So you say that, but Poseidon in that mythology is super powerful. Because remember, this is Rome. They're surrounded by water.
That's true.
And
that is...
Yeah.
Wait, is Atlantis a Roman
I
mythology?
So.
Okay.
So he's super powerful, and he's like, I'm going to fucking fight Poseidon. So he orders troops to go to the beach and start stabbing the water.
You gotta wonder, like, if the troops actually believe, there's probably some of them who are like, I don't want to do this. Like, they're getting
I don't
really
want to fight a god.
Screaming around the water. They're not stabbing it. They're just like...
In the sand.
Yeah, exactly. They're off a little.
Like,
I'm getting them at the far ground.
I'm going to make sure he can stay back.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, he's retreating. Now he's coming back. Now he's retreating.
I got you. Fucking stupid joke. I love that so much.